And welcome back to my virtual campfire, everybody. Alan Warren here, the RV Wingman, shining the light of truth on some very ugly business tactics that are being implemented today. And not just by Camping World, but by other chain RV dealers who have learned just how easy it can be to bury people financially and they don't even know it. Well, until it's too late. Today is part 2 of this video series. I hope that you will help others by liking this video, commenting on it, and by sharing it with others before they become victims. Now, a link to part 1 of this series is in the description below. Right now, we pick it up with what many RV buyers are still running into at dealerships. And if you see this, do not fall for it. Finally, yes, what you're about to see is 5 years old, and prices and interest rates have definitely changed, but the tactics that sleazy RV dealers use haven't.
Thanks, Dick, for coming in. I understand you tried to buy a Jayco at Camping World?
Yeah, I tried to buy it for the price on this tag, and they said no.
This is the tag? You took it with you?
Yep. I was planning to buy it, just write a check, and the salesman said no.
Because you would pay cash?
Yes, $1,500 more if I paid cash. I asked for a manager, and he said, what do you have against financing? All you got to do is make 7 payments, and you still get the $1,500 discount. I said, that sounds crazy, and it's probably not legal.
Since 1970, the Truth in Lending Act has prohibited one price for cash and another price for credit.
That's what I told the guy, but he said it'd still be $1,500 more, so I just left.
Did you see other tags like this in other RVs at Camping World?
Yes, every one of them at Camping World. $1,500 was a low one. I saw some that were more than $3,000.
Plus $3,000 if you pay cash or use your own credit union?
That's right. Why doesn't the law apply to Camping World?
That's a good question. For 50 years, repeat and referrals have been 70% of our sales. Customers for life. Cheyenne now enjoys 4th generation clients. That is, I sold great-grandma her first RV. When Cheyenne advertises a price, like the eBay ad Tom brought in, our customer knows it's in stock, it's ready to go, there's no added fees. If you say, I wish to purchase and pick it up in a month, Cheyenne requires no deposit, no signatures, no credit card. Cheyenne is obligated, but not you, until you have inspected and accepted your new RV. Consultants crash my offices nonstop. All of them sing the same song. Your way of doing business, it's from the past, it's obsolete. They say to me, you can't beat Camping World, so you must join them. They say to me, I will show you how to increase your profits 1,000%. And then they reveal their version of the cruel confidence tricks Camping World tried on Tom. Just before I kick them out, I deliver my speech. 50 years I've been an RV dealer, and if I do it your way, I'll be out of business in less than 2. Your way, in 2 years, I'll have a pocket full of cash, but my reputation would be dirt, and my customers, my former customers, would be ruined. Those are the same reasons I wouldn't sell out to Camping World. Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor, buys entire companies, and he works very hard to keep the employees who built them. Mr. Buffett thinks of a company as an orchard. Every year he can harvest the fruit as long as he manages to keep his trees, that is his customers, healthy and happy. Mr. Buffett has said, I can relax in the shade only because those who came before me planted and nurtured the tree. William Billy Durant created General Motors. He viewed the customers of GM as an enormous flock of sheep. As long as he did all he could to keep his customers well cared for, he could harvest the wool every year when his customers traded for new Chevys, Buicks, and Cadillacs. Things are very different when Camping World rolls up the independent RV dealer in your town. They buy the employee with decades of experience, They buy the community's goodwill, what Buffett called the orchard. They buy the customers who have been supporting the store. Billy Durant's beloved flock of sheep, who will trade for Chevys, Buicks, or Cadillacs every year. But remember what the salesman at Camping World said to Tom. Nobody trades with us. Nobody trades with us. But hey, if you come back, it's not like I'm going to kick you off the lot or anything. Camping World does not seek trades. It does not pursue Durant's vision of customers for life. And so testify in sworn statements provided to government in Camping World's required 10Q, resulting from fewer trades on new inventory. When Camping World invades your town, they bring the Chicago-tested confidence tricks used on Tom. But they don't refer to those scams as shell games. No, what they do to their customers is strategies to create additional revenue streams and maximize wealth creation. Who talks like that? This guy, Marcus Lemoynis, Chief Executive Officer of Camping World Holdings, as well as the Chief Executive Officer of the completely different Camping World LLC. He is also a television personality, featured on the NBC TV show The Prophet. And he is the big boss of all things Camping World. When Marcus Lemoynis rolls up your local RV dealership, any idea of caring for Buffett's orchard or Durant's flock are not part of the plan. He levels the orchard, sells the timber, fleeces the sheep, and then orders them to be slaughtered. Marcus Lemoynis sacrifices the future of Camping World to spike fat profits today, to arouse Wall Street greed. $1 billion from the sale of stock. $1 billion controlled by this guy. A former Camping World employee told me that 3 out of 4 shoppers fall for the Camping World scams, hook, line, and sinker. Please don't feel guilty. The presentations used against you are crafted by Chicago experts, heavily focused groups, and applied relentlessly. Remember, they spent 5 hours wearing down Tom. But maybe you can get something back. Please remember the extended service protection plan they sold you in person for twice the Good Sam price. Demand a refund as provided by your regulated contract. If you had a 6-year contract and signed 1 year ago, you can get back 83%, which in Tom's case would have been $2,200. If they give you any excuses, contact your state commissioner of insurance. I know it's complicated. It's so designed to keep you from complaining. I too have been ripped off by con artists and found it hard to fight back. No one will do this for you. Complain to the agencies who are there to protect you. Also, please don't hesitate to make use of this video. If you think you've been abused, the Federal Trade Commission is interested in false advertising, especially false advertising pricing. When it comes to financing, if goods are priced one way, if cash, and another for credit, that is likely a violation of the Federal Truth in Lending Act, and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau would be most interested. Any examples of double dealing should be the concern of your home state's Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division. And for heaven's sake, tell the world of your experiences on the review sites, the blogs, and the comments section here. The online review of Camping World say it all. Most of the few positive remarks feel bot generated. Marcus Lemoynis testified about this in his 10Q. If reputation were to be tarnished by negative publicity. If anyone tries to pull any of the scams in this video, stand up and say, "No sale. I will buy my RV where there are no Camping World tactics." Most of the Camping World people who work for Lemoynis did not hire on with Marcus Lemoynis. They were acquired, like so many fixtures. When Lemoynis rolled up the store they worked for, sometimes they worked for 30 years and then suddenly they must do the job the Camping World way. The stories they tell me are heartbreaking. Marcus Lemoynis orders his employees to treat people like lamb chops, and then he gives them a knife and a fork. Think about why you work for Camping World. The lamb chops are your neighbors, the people you go to church with. If your child asks you what you do for a living and you find you must spin and disassemble, your soul is already corroding. Why? So Marcus Lemoynis can grab $1 billion. If you're good at what you do, the independent RV dealer across town needs your help. Now the pipeline is full. Marcus Lemoynis and his investment bankers are in a race to unload Camping World Holdings stock on the unsuspecting public. Don't be the unsuspecting. Read the Camping World 10Q. Learn that Marcus Lemoynis and his confederates control it all. They left common shares with pretend votes and nothing more. And now I need to ask you for your help. Marcus Lemoynis has a reputation for vindictiveness. I am expecting cease and desist from Chicago white shoe law firms. The legal aspects do not worry me, thanks to the brilliance of Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis. The First Amendment rights of citizen whistleblowers like you and me are well protected. What worries me, my greatest fear, is the torrent of bots and trolls about to be unleashed upon Cheyenne Camping Center. As I speak, we enjoy superb online reviews, 100% rating on our eBay site. Please remember how we are rated now. And if you have the chance, maybe someday you could cancel out one of those Chicago trolls. No Camping World tactics practiced here. Thanks for watching.